GTII getting the upside that we were looking for from the previous videos, right? Let's go ahead and go over the potentials for the coming days. What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by once again. This is ARCa coming at you with a GTII technicals, raw price action, and statistical threat of analysis on this happy Monday. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the video with a friend so that you and them can consider joining our trading community in Discord called ARCa Bulls. With that said, let's dive right into the charts. Okay, team, so we are looking at GTII on the 8-hour chart here, and I'm actually going to go ahead and just present something new here because I definitely have some updated algorithms here, and particularly some that may actually attract the attention from retail, as I am starting to consider the release of an it's an indicator set, and one of them actually displays manipulation. So whenever it does happen, right? So I'm going to go ahead and introduce you to one of them. This one does not give you the manipulation read, but this one actually, in fact, does give you a long and short signal, right? So if you can take a look at right down here, we got that long signal with the arrow pointed to the upside at the opening of this 8-hour candle at 82.94 upon validation of this support, right? So we were consolidating within that area for a very good while. Why wouldn't it actually print that upside on any of these, right? And just on this one, of course, and then it made that shot to the upside. So if we were to long this, if we were to long the based on the indicator, then currently we would essentially be up about let's see, we would be up at about 37.40%. I mean, at one point we actually would have been up about over 43%, which is absolutely incredible. All right, team. So for more information and for pre-order details or information on the indicators themselves, go ahead and reach out to arcindicators@gmail. And you know what? Screw it. I can actually show you. I can actually show you that the indicator that displays manipulation signals. For example, this yellow diamond represents some type of manipulation happening, and it just so happens when price action capitulates like crazy. Notice here, in a huge capitulation event yet again, right? So it presents that for us. We can it's programmable, so we can change the manipulation display to any type of to any type of signal that we want, right? So, but yeah, it's entirely customizable, team. Everything is within this. And yeah, but this is it's going to be a set of indicators that we've been trying to get ready for quite some time now. We've essentially pretty much remastered them and have them more accurate opposed to the previous releases that we've had, right? So this is officially the new ARQ indicator algo set that we're going to be releasing soon. So definitely get in touch if you are interested, right? But anyway, this is it's very interesting that on the last video I didn't elaborate on this target, right? So I just said that there's going to be ebb and flow here. You know, we were at 112, right? We were at 112 on Friday. And I just said there's going to be ebb and flow here, and then we're going to continue to the upside. But anyway, yes, we ended up getting that very top side. We said 119 here on the resistance zone that we were looking at, and price action ended up going to a high of literally 119. H value right up here for high. Hovering over the candle gives you that value. So yeah, so we were, it was pretty dead on within that, right? The good thing about this is actually a couple things. First of all, we broke upside of the 2.618 at 111. Very important area of support, or conversion of resistance into support. Next thing to look at here is actually the 8-hour bullish engulfing iteration happening right over here. And that happens when we have the forward green candle engulfing the prior red one. And that's entirely closed right now and suggesting a continuation to the upside even still. Judging by just raw price action, this looks like it actually does have some pretty nice potential to that upside. We can actually, let me go ahead and take a look at a couple of things here, right? So yeah, actually the hourly time frame is still suggesting a long signal there. It's not actually diminishing. It's not giving us a short. Okay, so it did give us a short right up here, and it came back down. Okay, so that's good. That's good. At least it is suggesting those potentials. Okay, and we definitely got that short signal here, came back down there. And there, okay, so this is the indication of a potential long signal getting printed on the 15. We're about to get it. Very interesting. Okay, so let me go ahead and move on to the next chart and see what we have here. Okay, let's go back. And I want to show you exactly what this is looking like here, because this is incredibly important, right? So remember that this is the 240-day cycle that we ended up measuring throughout the entire trading history of this, right? So several 240-day iterations here that we've faced And then we just finished that 240-day phase at this candle here, which we just closed last Friday, right? So this is now the new monthly iteration. We're on the monthly chart, by the way. So this is the new monthly iteration, and it's already printing the upside, just like we thought, right? So we were already kind of expecting this upside from this target. Bottom side of that 68-cent zone, just to remind you, is not only the bottom side of this ascending channel, but it was also the very bottom side of this descending channel, which would be a bullish breakout overall and a suggestion to the upside yet again. Okay, so if I'm going to be very clear here, I do see some targets coming in the 5-day time frame, and that would be indicative of a short-term resistance touch at about 127 at the EMA 21. This is the exponential moving average 21-day period. So 21 days, because it takes the average of the last 21 days on a closing period, and it gives you how the price action is moving based on a line, an average, right? So oftentimes traders use these as areas of resistance and or support, right? Before some type of move or confirmation or something, right? The next thing that we want to notice here is that it's kind of kinking here. You can see this thing actually not suggesting that continuation to the upside, to the downside like this. It's actually starting to show some strength, which is very important. And the reason why I say this is because this is going to be impacted heavily upon the closure of this candle here, which, by the way, 19 hours and 7 minutes, this 5-day iteration will close, and it would then affect the moving average ever so slightly again. And I expect this average to actually move to the upside or move flat, right? So to where it's not actually favoring the downside anymore. And so to be very clear here, 19 hours and 6 minutes is indicative of tomorrow's market close, traditional market close. So for me, Pacific Standard Time would be at 1 p.m. Pacific. Okay, so so upon I'm talking about better volume. If we end up getting more bulls in line here, then I can see a touch upside of the EMA 55, particularly to 149 to 153. I can draw it in for future reference too. So 149, right, to 153 is essentially what we're looking at. If we do get confirmation and a closure of at least a 4-hour candle, ideally a daily upside of the $1.27 level, which is very confluent with the 2 fib. Right, so breaking upside of the EMA 21, getting that retracement and validating this as a support before a continuation to the upside to test that 153 or 149 to 153 would be highly ideal. And I'm not going to lie, it is actually pretty much in the cards here. So we're looking at a buy iteration here. This is actually a bullish engulfing followed by another bullish engulfing with higher volume, and this is volume increasing with an uptrend. That is absolutely a signal of continuation to the upside. Okay, so everything is looking still pretty good for ticker symbol GTII. And so let me just go ahead and touch down a few other things over here. I want to see if I'm missing anything at all. Okay, it doesn't look like I am. Okay, yeah, this is this is so awesome. Right, so for the coming weeks, if we do continue on the path to the upside, I can definitely see a touch of about 154 in the coming maybe week or two. Right, so this is it's absolutely bullish, team. I mean, at any moment, this thing can actually reach the 154, depending on the sentiment from the asset, right? But still, guys, we don't want to bank on the 154 right now. We just want to go ahead and just move. We want to move accordingly, right? We want to make sure that 127 at the 2 fib right here is 128 on the 1 fib. So we want to clear that ideally with a daily candle, but a 4-hour should do it, right? But if ideally a daily candle upside of the 127 upon a closure. For a validation, for a continuation to that way up, okay? So, another very interesting thing here is that we're well within the chop zone that we were talking about. Very nice. Yeah, I'm liking the price action thus far, team. I think that this is that chop zone we're going to face before a continuation to the upside. I still like what I'm seeing here. And even here, I still have that 127 as a target to the upside. So yeah, it's a high probability that we can face that resistance coming into maybe even tomorrow. Okay, team, the last part of the analysis is the RSI. Starting off with the immediate short-term time frame, 30-minute, you can actually see that we have an upside pivot with a little bit of resistance, which is why I'm saying that we could face a little bit of a downside first. If I didn't say that, I apologize, but what I mean here is that, yeah, we could actually face a temporary downside to around 109, the range of 109 to 111 before a continuation to the upside, okay? So, and the 30-minute lives out really fast. Okay, so buy hourly time frame already showing that there is an upside bias on this. Same situation with the 4 hour. Of course, we would like it to be pivoted, even yet more aggressive to the upside, but we have what we have, and we deal with what we have present, right? So 8 hour time frame also showing a slight upside bias. And a good thing here is that while it is a slight upside bias with the SMA 14 leading to that way up on the 12 hour time frame, we are in the bullish control zone. Particularly the bull strength percentile. Okay, so as we get closer to that 68%, remember that the standard setup of an RSI is 70% to the overbought area and about 30% to the oversold area down here. Okay, so as we get close to that 68%, that would be the gravitational zone that would essentially pull us to the upside and have price action continue onwards and upwards. Daily time frame in the bull strength percentile as well. Upside pivot on that SMA 14 looking nice. This is the 3-day time frame with an absolute upside pivot in the gravitational zone of the bear weakness percentile, highly likely to continue to the upside. And of course, I noticed that this was a very notable cross, bullish cross of the SMA 14, the RSI signal crossing the SMA 14 on the 5-day. That's very good, you guys. Okay, so yeah, I'm still looking at a potential upside come tomorrow. And we'll evaluate it live too, right? So you can come by in the live sessions. I'm definitely live in the AM intraday, usually around 7 a.m., 7:30 a.m. to around maybe 10 or 11 a.m. Okay, team? So consider coming by and saying hello to the team, and we'll see what's up. But please remember, first and foremost, that I am not a financial advisor. Take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. I need you to do your own due diligence, and everything will be cool. Okay, team? But with that said, I wish you well a very, very good night, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Okay, team? Adios.